Hello, hello, good morning. We are here for the Nursing School Mindset Edit, and today we're talking about routines. So give me a quick thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me, and then we will get rolling. This will be pretty quick because I have another thing I have to do right after this. I have to record a great podcast episode for you guys with a travel nurse who's going to share all kinds of tips and things about travel nursing. So I can't wait to make that available for you, but we're meeting right after this. Okay, so we are talking about routines today. And a couple years ago, I got really intentional with my daily routines, mainly my morning routine. So that's probably the biggest, most impactful way that I kind of made my days run more intentionally and with more purpose and with more joy, okay? So we're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of routines and think a little bit about what you could do to start an effective and consistent morning, and we'll also talk about an evening routine. So what is a morning routine? This is going to be a start of day kind of ritual, things that you do on a regular basis that ensure that you do the most important things that set you up to have a successful, well-balanced, intentional day. Not a chaotic, everything done at the last minute, stressful start to your day, right? Which is how my mornings were before I really got into this whole morning routine thing. And it doesn't have to be this complicated thing. I'm not saying get up at 4 a.m. and spend an hour journaling, okay? We're not doing that. It does not have to be complicated, and it does not have to take a ton of time. You can do a few things. Your morning routine could be 15 minutes long, but if those few things really set you up for a purposeful, intentional, organized, well-run, good, positive, happy day, then that's 100% an awesome morning routine. So the thing with morning routines, especially in nursing school, is that your schedule really does differ a lot from one day to the next. On clinical days, where you have to be at the hospital so early, maybe you don't do your full morning routine. So what I like to advise nursing students do, and nurses who are working, obviously then you're going to the hospital super early or waking up in the afternoon without a ton of time to devote to a routine, is devise a standard routine that you do most days of the week. And then you have your quick routine for the days where you just don't have a ton of time and you have to be somewhere at like 6 a.m., right? So that is what I would advise you do as you're thinking about your morning routine. So brainstorming the components of your morning routine. This is going to be, think about things that make you feel good for the rest of the day. Okay, so for me, feeling good for the rest of the day, parts of my morning routine are to drink a whole thing of water. And yes, this is water. I put greens in it. So I get a little extra greens. So it looks like, I call it my swamp water. But if I can drink this whole jug in the morning, I'm going to feel so much better for the whole day because I won't be starting out dehydrated, right? So that's one. Obviously, having my coffee, that's two. And then I like to spend a little quality time with Oliver, my kitty cat, give him a good brushing, obviously feed him, give him some attention. He's very needy. And of course, I'm also going to be looking at my schedule for the day so I know what's coming. I know, what kind of mindset, what meetings I have, etc. coming up. And if I have time, like for my standard routine, not my quick routine, doing some kind of exercise, shower, put some mascara on, and bam, I'm off to the races to have a really good day. So brainstorm things that make you feel like you would have a more positive day by doing them. Maybe that's connecting with a spouse or with your kids or drinking a bunch of swamp water like I do. Maybe it's taking the dog for a walk. Maybe for you, it is writing in a journal or reading a little bit of a Bible or praying if that's something that's important to you. Did I already say exercise? If not exercise, maybe it's taking your vitamins, like whatever these things are. So jot down the things that would make you feel good and then just kind of assign a little bit of a time frame. How long does it take to walk the dog? That's a 20-minute walk or a 15-minute walk. How long does it take to take a shower and put my hair together? Maybe that's another 20 minutes. So figure out how long your morning routine will take, and then you can really look at it and go, okay, I can't spend an hour and a half every morning on my morning routine, so I'm going to pull these things out, make it work for me so that I can do this most days of the week. And then when you're looking at your quick routine for the days when you really just got to get out the door pretty efficiently and be somewhere pretty early, then pull it back, pare it down to the most essential things, but still have a routine, okay? And I've talked to so many students who have started this practice and been just amazed at what a difference it makes. And it's such a simple thing, okay? So that is what I would say about a morning routine. And then, so pop in the chat if you have any ideas for what your morning routine might entail. I would love to see it. I also want to talk to you very briefly about an evening routine, because honestly, a good morning actually starts the evening before, because the last thing you want to be doing in the morning is running around making your lunch, figuring out what you're going to wear, figuring out what equipment you need to take to class or to clinical, hunting for your laptop charger or whatever it is, right? So setting yourself up for a good day actually starts the evening before. So I would also recommend that you make an evening routine, and that would be things like checking your planner. I like to check it the night before and the morning of. I really want to see what the next day has in store for me. I don't want to wake up in the morning and be surprised, especially if I have an early morning appointment. If I didn't check my planner the night before, I could miss that early morning appointment, right? So check in your planner, setting out your clothes, figuring out what you're going to wear. If it's scrubs for clinical, have those ready. If it's just casual clothes for class, have those ready. Gather any equipment that you're going to need for the following day. Maybe it's stuff for your clinical bag, or just putting your clinical bag by the door. What do you need in your backpack to take to school? Do you have your laptop? Do you have your charger? Do you have your pens? All of that stuff. Have it ready so you're not racing around forgetting things at the last minute. And then obviously, programming the coffee pot. Okay, that's probably one of the most important things I like to do as part of my evening routine, and prepping my lunch and snacks for the next day. If I don't prep and prepare my lunch and snacks for the next day, I tend to either make really poor choices when I'm at the hospital, or I just don't, eat enough, and then I get hangry, right? You don't want to be hangry when you're working at the hospital, or when you're in clinical, or when you're in the middle of a long lecture, right? So those are the two routines I really want to encourage you to start using, start brainstorming, so that you can just have a little bit more of a streamlined finish and start to your day. And then once you've got your morning routine figured out, it takes 30 minutes or however long it's going to take you, get out your planner, okay? Get out your planner, go to where you are scheduling your time, and pop it in there from, 7 to 7:30. I'm doing my morning routine. Get it in your planner when you write it down, or put your digital calendar or what have you. Get it in there so that it will happen. Okay, so that is what I have to say about routines. They're absolutely life-changing, so I really would encourage you to do that. And then feel free to come back and comment later. Let me know what you decided to put in your routine. Try it for a week, see how it feels. Come back and let me know how it's helping you, because it 100% will help. I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to be talking about, let me pull up my list. Here we are. So tomorrow, we're going to talk about study groups, you guys. So study groups can be good. They can be great if you work really hard at making them great, but they can also be really detrimental, and a lot of time can be wasted with a study group if you don't plan your study group with intention. So we're going to talk about study groups tomorrow. I'll see you here for that. Okay, bye. Have a great day.